Mantis Accountants, Vampire Bear Claws, Magical Backfiring, and A Shepherd Has Fallen. Hello, crawlers, and welcome to episode 22 of our Dungeon Crawler Carl podcast. We are going through The Butcher's Masquerade, book 5 of the series, covering chapters 38 through 49 today. I had to dub over our last episode with 49 because we had said 47, and then Rubio's like, no,
that's a terrible place to end.
Don't end there. So we've adjusted. We I think are we're ending in a pretty good spot here.
Mm-hmm.
We've debated what's a good spot for the next section, and I think we're just gonna choose a chapter on that one.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, your homework is gonna be chapters 50 through 62, the end of 62.
Okay.
We'll see if that works.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
not sure where 62 ends.
Oh, what?
It might be a cool part. It might just be like some lame set dressing change or
It
something.
might be in the middle of some shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not prepared.
Okay. It better not end with, and then everything stopped and the music played.
Yeah.
What?
I want to cover a couple things before we dive in to this week's episode. We got a comment from an @Barry Ross Reinhardt who says, we said a bunch of stuff, but he said, Martin, in particular, how can you just stop reading each week?
Oh,
How do you do it?
it's, you know what? I try to be good. Now, often I will overshoot. I realize I'm in the next chapter before I looked up and saw like, oh, duh, I was supposed to stop. It is not easy.
Is it an annoying way to read a book series?
Kinda, yeah. It really is. I debate whether to just keep going.
It would be fine if it was kind of like a mediocre series where you don't care and you're not compelled to want to read more.
No. I'm very compelled to keep reading.
Yeah.
The thing is, say I keep reading, because I did that once or twice, and then we come to the discussion, I'll start talking about things in that next section.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, this is the only way to stop me from doing that.
It I think about that a lot. In fact, our readers think about that. Our listeners, rather,
Mhm.
think about that a lot too, because they're constantly like, "How is he stopping? How are you doing this to him?" They feel you're tortured.
Well, especially with each book, with each progressive section, it's just like, I just want to finish this thing.
Yeah.
Why are they doing this to me?
It's really hard for me to, even as somebody who's gone through the series, most of the series a couple of times, I'm actually looking forward to being done with our read-alongs so that I could go back and just go through it. You know, I just want to start at the beginning and just go straight through and just enjoy it again as a full, complete story.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I'm thinking as soon as we finish, we're just going to start right back from the beginning again and bring on another new person, and the three of us are going to talk with them.
Oh, man. It's just
It's a cult where we just indoctrinate new people.
some fucking weird purgatory hell.
You know, there's this podcast. I want to say it was called like The Worst Podcast Ever Made or something like that. Have you heard about this?
No.
Where it's
I know where you're going.
they watch the movie Grown Ups 2.
Oh, good Lord.
Not even the first one, Grown Ups 2, and then they review it. And then the next episode they rewatch it and review it. And they've seen how long they can go just doing it over and over.
Yeah, they did it like, I don't know. I think they made like 100 times or something.
It's insane.
They did it a lot.
Yeah.
And I think we should do that with this.
Yeah, we'll just until the end of time. Barry Ross Reinhardt also asked if we can start doing 2 eps a week because it's just not enough.
Yeah, I get that.
And it's funny because I would say every episode or 2 we get comments where there's people who just finally caught up with us and they're excited, which means they're about to be disappointed because they don't want to keep with this pace that we're doing.
Right.
But there's also, new people always finding our podcast that are at different points. And so like when we are ultimately done with this, people can kind of jump in from the beginning and they'll have all of it.
It's like say there's a show you heard about, or somebody says like, man, you got to watch this show. And you start watching and you're like, oh, this is awesome. I'm going to binge this show. but then you've come in too early, so you get 4 episodes in and then realize you got to wait a week for the next one. And the next one.
I don't get to binge this like I kind of planned.
That's going to happen after book 7.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only 7 books out right now.
What will we do?
8 is going to come out in May, I believe, and May of 2026. We're probably going to be done with this before then. So there's going to be a bit of a spot.
A little buffer zone.
Yeah.
Where we raffle off a prize and drag a new person in.
Unless Martin wants to keep going with book 8. I don't know.
Yeah, I might as well. But unless we only do 5 chapters at a time.
Yeah, no.
Each week. So it's padded out so that we hit right as book 8 comes out.
It would be so great if Martin read through the whole thing and then I just have to like only do like 2 chapters each episode. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, I'm already scouting book 8 out because it's being uploaded a few chapters at a time on Patreon as it's being written. And yeah, so I'm like 20 something chapters in. I'm caught up with what's been posted. And it's a lot of fun so far.
All right, so I'll throw the question at you. How are you able to sit here and have us go only bits and pieces when you already know most of the story?
It's, I've started reading this whole series like around book 4 times, so there was like nobody to talk about it with back then, other than like the random few that were on Reddit posting. So I'm kind of used to that. Like I'm kind of used to just waiting on people to get to where I am to be able to talk about it more.
Yeah.
He's very lonely, very sad and alone.
When these guys got into it, when you and Mark, my other co-host on the Beerists podcast, got into it and finally got finished with it, I was so excited. Like we pretty much like every weekend just kind of geeked out on like, okay, where are you now?
It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be in that same boat. I don't know.
Because they just get better from here, man. It's so good.
We got some comments from at the Feral Bones and Chris Wiley. There's probably a few other people who also mentioned the same thing, but both of them posited that Carl says lech because he doesn't speak Spanish. And if you see it upside down, you're quickly reading it, you'd probably say lech instead of, oh, that's clearly Spanish, leche. Like, so that makes sense.
Okay.
And you're in the clear, Jeff.
We all have our headcanons,
There's a couple of other people who had chimed in on our breastgate to say that the boobs never got smaller, but Samantha's idea of what a good a heavy chest is like massive.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's all relative.
Yeah. She's like, oh, these are fine. They're kind of small, but she just means because in her real body, she's got much bigger boobs.
The lengths us nerds will go to just explain shit away.
We've talked about that more than any other element in these books.
Yeah, no kidding. Breastgate, it haunts us. And then one more thing I wanted to mention. We now have merch.
Yeah.
We have a store. And we're selling some t-shirts that Rubio made.
Oh, cool.
It's that.
It's this.
Yeah.
Right here behind me, if you guys are watching.
That's an awesome image.
Yeah. You currently, we're going to have a version of this with the text and one without.
Yeah. There's a black shirt. And then there are different colors for the full logo one. The one that's just the illustration by itself without any words is just a black shirt. Just because that's how I roll. I'm a black shirt guy.
You are.
I made these for me.
But now there's colorful ones for me. So I appreciate it. So if you go to hellocrawlers.com and click at the top on store, you should be able to go there and purchase a shirt of your own. And, tag us on Instagrams when you're wearing a shirt. We want to see them.
And not for nothing, there might be other shirt drops to come.
I would anticipate that.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you can't just live off that one.
All right, you guys ready to dive in?
Sure.
Like I said, we are covering chapters 38 through 49 this week, and your homework will be, once again, 50 through 62 next week. We start with Edict. the Mantis, he's knocking at the door in the safe room.
Yeah.
And he's desperate.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, this guy's presented that he's in a shit situation where it's lose in any direction he's looking. His people will kill him if he compromises the stuff that he's been buying and gives it to Carl. So he actually already gave it away. It doesn't have it. Vra's gonna kill him, even if she does have to mate with him, he'd die. Even if he evaded her, he would get killed. There's nothing he could do in this situation except for that he's been signed up for death.
Right. Yeah. Is it a thing where if he made it with her and somehow lived, it would be such a disgrace?
Yeah, he'd be dishonored.
Yeah.
I don't think he would live though. Doesn't he get his head bitten off as part of the whole thing?
Yeah,
right. But in the wild scenario where he would live, where his head wouldn't get eaten off of his head. What? His head wouldn't get eaten off his
neck? Maybe.
I just think of mantises as being clustered with heads.
At least that one.
It's just the Vra one. Yeah, but in that weird event, he would be a big dishonor to his family.
His family,
yeah.
And, given that he's joined the rest of the hunters on the grounds here, Carl's a very sympathetic ear to all of this.
Somewhat.
Yeah. He's like, tough shit, give me your money.
Yeah.
He literally says, I have no sympathy for him.
Yeah. And the Mantid ultimately chooses the one path that might leave him with any little bit of dignity and honor, which is funny because he's disappeared. He attacks Carl, which is a third strike in the safe room.
Yeah, wasn't he already beaten on Bomo?
He did it twice already.
Yeah, and Bomo's like, I don't know what's with this guy. He keeps punching me.
I feel like, I guess he also wanted to explain himself to Carl.
Yeah.
Which was his opportunity before he does one more attack, and his clothes and all of his belongings are ripped from him as he's thrown off somewhere else in the floor to be attacked by
mobs.
Yeah. So, goodbye, Edith.
Yeah.
But they get a bunch of money, and then they just they see Vra there because she's finally come down the hall, and they almost just kind of laugh at her, like, bye.
Yeah, she's limping down a hall.
Shove the door with money shut.
She's got her groin on fire, and they're trying to close the door on money. How humiliating is that? To have the fucking door shut on your face, but there's money in the way.
So after this whole mess, they decide that they're going to get back out there and travel to another town, and that's when they come upon a village called Prepotente Town, number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 4.
Say it.
And they'd been hitting up some of the other Ursine villages on the way, and they're all very conservative and very religious.
Right.
And no dancing, none of that shit. But once they get to this Prepotente 4 town, I guess, they find a bunch of hiding bears.
Right. It's been massacred.
Oh yeah.
There's body parts all over the place, viscera. When they get into this bar that seems to be decorated with a hockey, some hockey player from the 80s in Canada.
You never go to a hockey bar?
There's a bear claw still clinging to the wall. And then later they notice that this thing slurps to the floor and crawls away because it's been zombified, I guess. We ultimately learned that there's been vampirism.
Well, that was the thing because they find all these body parts everywhere. And Carl even noticed, he's like, now normally the cleaner bots or whatever would have cleaned all this up, but the fact that they haven't means they're keeping these around for a reason. And it won't be good.
Yeah, if the dungeon hasn't cleaned itself up, then there's a reason that those things are still around.
And that reason is that vampirism has struck Big Tina. Big Tina has become a vampire and is just going on even more of a rampage, killing, because she was already kind of killing people before she got infected.
A big Allosaurus going through just killing bears willy-nilly. And now it's a vampire as well. Like, I'm sorry, what am I reading here?
Yeah, there's
a vampire dinosaur. Like her being a big giant flesh-eating dinosaur wasn't enough. Now she's a vampire also.
Look, I don't know if you know how cool Footloose would be if it was full of vampires that were also dinosaurs. Okay.
Okay, you made a good point there.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing Footloose needed was
If John
vampires and
Lithgow
or
was
dinosaurs.
just a dinosaur.
Yeah.
We don't really ever get to see her as a dinosaur or as a vampire.
No,
we haven't
don't.
really seen her yet.
No, yeah, we haven't. We keep seeing her aftermath.
We hear the noises, and then by the end of this whole segment here, she'll have been cured. So we never get to see this iteration of Big Tina, which is a little bit disappointing, but I feel it fits in the same mold of the AI getting frustrated with setting up some wacky shit. It thinks it's going to be cool, and that never comes to fruition. And so it just punishes people.
I forgot. I just need to backtrack real quick because one of my favorite lines of this section was when they were talking about Edict and Samantha. They found like Samantha is there, and she's like, I would have killed him if he was around me. Like I would have killed him. And right after that, Carl says, we found her stuck under a log. It's just like the most fucking hilarious, humiliating place to find a head. Like, hey, I would have killed him. I'm fucking badass. Like, we found you stuck under a log.
Well, isn't that whole thing of they get her and she's covered in the gore? And she's like, yeah, I was trying to make gore angels, but it was too sticky.
Plus, no arms.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm just a head.
Yeah.
Gore angels are just her like opening and closing her mouth.
Well,
and that bitch Signet still hasn't given me her body.
Speaking of Samantha, we've seen through these chapters, kind of as a running little back plot, that she seems to appear like she appears on the table while they're making a plan. And Carl's like, what? How the hell did she get up here? Did she somehow leap up here?
Yeah.
And then later she's like right by his side as like he's talking about another plan. He's like, how is she like showing up? She was way across the room.
Yeah, Donut's been saying the whole time, she's getting more powerful. I don't know if you noticed this.
She's rolling around faster.
Rolling around faster. She seems to have like we were talking about the battle last week with Lucia Marr, and that she seemed to have some kind of battle strategy and battle understanding when she takes the bullet and takes a trap before Donut. So there's something weird going on. She seems is it one of those things where she's playing friendly because she's only ahead, but is she a threat?
Well, I mean, Samantha is nothing if not self-centered and self-serving.
Yeah.
So, it's in her best interest right now to play friendly until she gets a body. I was just like...
And then is it all hell breaks
Hell
loose?
yeah.
As far as we know, she's the world's psycho ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
But she did say to Carl, if you bring me along, I'll be your ride or die bitch.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, she seems to genuinely like them, but I think when she gets a body, all hell's going to break loose. All bets are off.
Yeah, it kind of seems that way. So they're playing with fire. I mean, but that's kind of the name of the game down here.
Yeah. Strange bedfellows and all that. I mean... they're even like, well, Miriam Dom would be a good teammate.
Right.
I mean, not Miriam Dom, Lucia Marr. They're like, oh, she'd be good to have on our side. And I'm like, what'd you say? No.
The one that was going to drain all your blood?
Yeah.
To reanimate her tattoos? But yeah, after seeing all those bodies and seeing that bear claw kind of walk away,
right.
Carl goes, I have a sudden ominous feeling about this damn dinosaur quest. Like, no shit.
Yeah.
Good job, Columbo.
So Carl still has the looming third event that he has to attend at CrawlCon, which is going to be his signing event. And they have to hustle back to safe room so that he can get to this in
Yeah, because
time.
they want to stay at this village overnight, and then Carl's going to do his thing at this crawl con, and then come back, and then reset, and then they'll continue on from there.
Yeah, and so he pops over, and he meets the Popovs, and it's Dmitri and Maxim Popov. Dmitri is, I think, on the right side. It doesn't really matter. He's the mage visionary, and Maxim is the melee fighter, the left head. A bogatir, I guess, is a melee fighter. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And they're lovely guys.
Yeah. They're two wild and crazy guys. They're Eastern European accents, but they're a lot of fun.
Yeah. They seem like lovely guys. They seem like a worthy partner, I guess, in the dungeon that Carl can kind of respect and not have any sort of hostility to, because it seems like he's constantly running into people he's butting heads with. And it's nice to have someone, a stranger that's friendly.
Yeah, and one of the brothers is obsessed with donut.
Oh, yeah.
And we get reminded that their race is a nodling, and the game guide that they had suggested this because they told one of, I forget which one, they told him, hey, you'll get like an extra life essentially. Dmitri, yeah, you'll get an extra life. If you get killed, you pretty much get resurrected. But the game guide didn't tell him that if he chose this race, he'd get fused with his brother.
Right.
So like they're inhabiting the same body, and who knows what that means.
I tell you, you hear a story like that and you realize I've been undervaluing Mordecai.
Yeah.
Not only that, but also Zev, because we get their PR rep for the Popoff brothers is someone named Skindle, another fish lady, and she's a dick. So they're calling him like stupid, and Carl's like, "Oh, you'll never say like fuck off to them," and they're like, "Oh, we could do that."
I mean, I was hesitant to call her a dick because we had Loida before. But she set a different bar.
It's a gradient. Yeah. Different levels. So they're going to go and talk to a bunch of people and sign autographs.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing you've gotten to do. You?
I think, yeah, maybe.
This seems awful. I follow plenty of artists on Instagram, and I already see like how much of a pain that is, like for them to like just sign a whole bunch of prints they make. Just like they'll have signing day, or people that sign their books and all that stuff. But then couple that with like inane banter, like small talk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, kill me.
Yeah. I always think things like Q&As and autograph sessions, people are there mostly just to have an interaction.
Yeah.
Just remember, if you ever see us doing an event somewhere as Hello Crawlers, we fucking hate it.
I would be miserable. I'm laughing with you, and I'm meanwhile going, get me out of here.
No, look, the majority of people are pretty nice. So, some are shy, and you just sign their thing and smile, and they move on. And some are, they're okay. You do a little banter, but you do get some wing nuts, and they can ruin the experience or just hold everything up. It's funny going through this chapter here where, the Skrindle is all like, just sign the book, sign the thing, write your autograph, take the photo, move it along. And we've had that experience recently with Double Toasted. We'd do shows in places, and we'd have a tour manager, and there'd be a long line of people who just want to take, because it's not autographs now, it's selfies.
Right.
And just watch the tour manager who's taking the photos just kind of start to die inside and get angry. And it's like, all right, guys, come on. And we're like, oh, we like to talk to no. Let's move them through. We've been here for 2 hours already. And it's like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you guys just recently did a live show in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they got it down now. We have like a little pre-cocktail party, and they have everybody do the photos then, and it's a quick step and repeat, up, out, up, out.
You guys just make cardboard cutouts of the two of you. They could just take photos of that. Expedite this.
I'm going to do that from now on. Anytime I hang out with you, I'm just going to do selfies.
We'll be doing the show and be like, John's awful quiet in this episode.
Just a cardboard John. Yeah, I to be clear, I don't think it's the people coming up that are the problem. I think it's me. I don't like those kind of interactions.
Yeah,
I'm the problem.
He's cripplingly awkward.
I can't handle it.
Just talk about Lost and he'll be your friend forever.
No, that's true.
Yeah, I can just kind of zone off and just, you're not there. It's me and Damon. I'm good.
Everybody loves you, Grant. What are you talking about?
You're right, Nikki and Paolo were great.
I love the tattoo episode with Biling.
Biling. Oh, shit. Okay.
All right. So they jump into this situation where they're signing autographs. They have a nervous handler named FX who's trying their best, maybe not as aggressive as your manager.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just kind of getting the run of the mill like shitty questions from people.
Yeah.
Like, what? Are you sure it wasn't a mistake, Pop-Offs? That are you sure it was a mistake? You meant to do this, right? You meant to screw your brother over and be a two-headed ogre. I mean, this is not subtle. This is a particular author having to deal with this stuff and wanting to vent a little.
It depends on the event you're at, whether you get these kind of people. And sometimes most of the time they're cool, but sometimes it can be a whole lot of those.
Yeah.
And reading this, I had flashbacks. I remember.
It's just always a reminder to me that like there's this blurring of the lines of people who, because they've listened to you, which I do this too. You think that you have this established relationship where
parasocial.
You have this shorthand and you can make the same insulting jokes to them because you're in on it because you're buddies. But they don't know you.
Right.
So it's not a funny joke. It's just kind of insulting, and they have to go, here's your autograph.
When it happens to you, I think it's funny. Check out the Beerists podcast.
Sometimes I do think it's funny too. Like, you really just went for my jugular. Okay, cool. I don't know if there's any other people that are really as notable, except for that a Jennifer with a colon between the name, comes up to talk to Carl, and this person has a Cocker Spaniel shirt. What does it say exactly on it? It's the Society for the Eradication of Cocker Spaniels.
Yes. And Jennifer, it's not a colon, it's an apostrophe.
Apostrophe.
Yeah, he's always thinking about colons.
What a weird thing to say.
Hey, is it time?
Yeah.
Colonoscopy time.
I'm getting close. I'm getting close as an age. Hey, I don't know if it's November prostate month yet, but check your colons. Check your buddy's colons.
They're actually they're not connected.
Yeah, I was like, he doesn't understand anatomy or procedures.
Just check your colons and.
Yeah, I told a really long story.
How many holes are down there?
I told a really long story on the Beerists about getting my colonoscopy and how after it was done, I woke up. The doctor came over just to give me all the rundown, and he had a tear in his eye saying it was the most pristine, beautiful colon he'd ever seen in his life.
Jennifer, let's reel it back in here. Jennifer is a normal-looking human, except that there's a tentacle parasite that's also living within her.
Is it really that weird?
Well, the tentacle has its own little tuft of hair with a bow on it.
Yeah. And I guess the tentacle's name is Maggie. And they are trying to talk to Carl about how they've been raising funds for some sort of project for suing the syndicate. Because I guess that the syndicate is has held on to a bunch of DNA of different species of Earth, so they could bring them back. And one of those is a Cocker Spaniel. So they're like, we're going to get rid of that for Princess Donut. To which Carl's like, what the fuck is Donut doing?
Well, even before that, it's like with the eradication of Cocker Spaniels. No, don't say that word.
Yeah.
What? Don't say that word.
Well, it makes her tentacle worm go crazy.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's on your shirt. I don't. Okay, sure.
Yeah, and Carl doesn't have a problem with these dogs. And in fact, I think the more we're learning about it, it's like one particular dog that happened to be a Cocker Spaniel she had a terrible interaction with.
Mhm.
And so she hates all of them
Yeah.
because she's a bigot. And then we have a new sponsor revealed for Carl. He lost his previous one with the dissolving of Borant and the brainworm people, Valte, kind of taking over. So Valte can no longer be his third sponsor. It's the Plenty. There's something about the fact that he had another person who was trying to be the sponsor but couldn't pay up in time.
Right.
I don't know if there's any relevance to that, but I'll bring it up for you guys. But the Plenty are the goat people, and they're fucking creepy.
I'm a huge fan of the Plenty.
Are you?
They're absolutely freaky.
Yeah, we already had the little kids that were like, judge me.
Yeah.
And then we have these guys that like a goat just kind of materializes and they present him with a sponsor box and then they just disappear.
Yeah, it's like a black demonic goat that's even bigger than Bianca.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't really say anything.
Yeah.
But they're super high tech. Like, it's so weird. Like, their names are all just equations and shit. They're super fucking wild.
And they control all of the like instantaneous transportation across the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not instantaneous because we have like some people that like say they're traveling to planet Earth or whatever, and it doesn't seem like it's immediate.
But they're in charge of all of the tunnel, right? The tunneling, which is like the
Warp
broadcasting.
speed. Oh,
broadcasting.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's not that tunneling is broadcasting.
yeah, it's broadcasting.
Oh, which happens instantaneously.
Broadcast communications. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they mentioned something about like it used to be that like some people would have to wait years before they could see the same the crawl
Right.
in their pocket of the universe, and now the tunneling system allows everyone to see it all at the same time.
Right, and that's because of the Plenty.
Got it. So he gets a box, which we'll find out what that is when he gets back to the safe room. But then some journalists all pop in. They got to do their time with the journalists who get to ask some questions. And that's when we meet Nahit, who is from the Naga, which are the snake people, which are also part of the group of the Blood Sultanate that Donut now will have to kill all the rest of on the 9th floor if she wants to survive, because she wore that crown in the very beginning of the series, in the very first book here. So
yeah, it's an interesting thing. She got rid of the crown, but if somebody else puts it on, she has to kill them too.
Yeah,
it's a looming threat.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, there's already, I guess, tension between Carl and Nahit, because Nahit's from Naga. He's from a family. He has family members. Even his like brother or brother-in-law, I think he says, is one of the crawlers that's going to be on floor 9.
right.
That Carl's going to be trying to kill.
And we also remember in the second book, I think, is when Donut took the crown off, because it was at the end of the book where all of those magical pulses were going off, and they had to get rid of all their magical stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
Because people were just exploding and shit. So that's when she was like, I don't want to take it off. It's beautiful. And like, hey, you got to take it off. And then somebody just straight up explodes next to them. So she did. So like, it's gone. It's somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that wasn't enough to talk about this Nahit guy, he also was the journalist that was about to get the scoop on Beatrice, and Audette screwed him over.
Right.
And had Carl say, better luck next time, asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice exclamation point that you put on a scoop.
Yeah.
So this guy's pissed, and he levels an accusation at Carl that Carl is cheating. He says, you have way too much. There's some sort of secret information that you have. Something's going on. You must be cheating. He thinks either the AI is in cahoots with him or maybe he's got a particular cookbook. I don't know. I mean, I imagine from an outsider's perspective.
He doesn't mention the cookbook.
He doesn't. He doesn't mention.
But I'm thinking if I'm Carl, I'm kind of shitting a little bit. Like, man, the last thing I need is some kind of journalist looking into me.
Because you don't have to even know that he has the cookbook. You just have to be, hey, I think this guy's cheating. You know, that's enough. And that's enough to start them arguing.
Yeah.
And essentially getting into a fight to the point where Carl, like, stabs him in the neck with a fucking Sharpie.
Help me with this.
Yes.
Because Carl is there? Because I thought he wasn't there.
Carl isn't there.
So how is he able to stab him in the neck with the Sharpie?
The way they have it set up is the hologram has some limited amount of presence, so he can pick up a Sharpie and like sign autographs.
Okay.
So he uses that and stabs the thing in the neck with it.
Yeah.
Because that thing exists within their realm as a magic pen, and he just uses his force to push it.
The Sharpie is there.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
And I love it breaks up into a bunch of millions of pieces, but it hits him hard enough that there's blood squirting out of his neck. And that was satisfying.
Well, it's especially satisfying because this guy is just losing his shit. He's way too aggressive, way too in his face.
Yeah, this guy came out like at an 11. Carl's like, come on, man. I mean, it's kind of like when Vra's mom, whatever her name was, came in and just like immediately chopped the table. He's like, all right, let me kick my feet up on this broken table. What is this?
Yeah, the only way to calm this down is to do something more extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Zev was like, they're very over dramatic, the mantids. I'm guessing the Naga are a little bit hot as well. We get so the next chapter essentially is Zev explaining to Carl that he might face legal ramifications, which on its face seems so absurd and laughable when he's fighting for his life level after level. But Carl has essentially gotten to the point where I think we have to start assuming that he can go the distance. I mean, of course, we, the audience, can assume that because
the book's named after him.
Yeah, the book's named after him. But he would have to start kind of recognizing that as a level 1, as the number 1 crawler, he can go the distance and escape the dungeon if he gets to level 10 or beyond.
Even if he doesn't go the distance, he could take a deal and get out that way and still have to be, put into some kind of prison program, which really, like, the way it was described is like, hey, this is a really serious crime. You can get, there's warrants involved, and you could get put into servitude, involuntary servitude as a prisoner by somebody who can buy your warrant out if they need more able bodies to do a job. And what she's really just describing, like, the prison work program we have here. Like, it's literally what we have in America. This is how we still have slavery.
Debtor's prison.
It is an interesting distinction because it's like, well, no, it's not slavery because you will get paid for it. But you are being forced to do it.
Right.
And you will be paid eventually you're basically immortal afterwards. So we can kind of work you as long as we want.
Yeah. And since you have to be paid, especially if you have to work remotely, all your travel has to be paid and your room and board and then a salary for all the time you were away. So it's not worth it to most people to even make you an indentured servant.
So what do you guys make of the fact that this not only was included, but was included in this lengthy of an explanation in this chapter? Like, it's one thing to just kind of be like, oh, this exists in the universe, but there's another to like add this much detail to the point where I'm like, this is a chunk of the story.
Yeah, it to me it says this is going to be very important later on.
Right.
Yeah.
I like, there's part of me that thinks this is trying to highlight another aspect of this awfulness of the galaxy.
Mhm.
But then I'm like, okay, it could be that, but we've highlighted that
Plenty.
plenty above and beyond. Like, we get it. The universe sucks. At this point, it's also mapped out in a way that it reminds me of Ready Player One. When like there was all this like in the beginning mapping out like when you do get like arrested and put into prison by what IOI or something, whatever it was called, then they can kind of hold on to you and like make you their kind of prisoner because this is how the system works now. This feels similar in that way, in that became a plot point where the character ended up having to imprison themselves so they could jailbreak someone else. And this makes me feel like there's a setup there if Panzer Dinneman wants to go in that direction, I suppose.
Yeah. And I wonder, like right now, it seems like when you find out somebody took a deal, you almost feel like, why would you do that if you were that close? But maybe this plays into a way where it's like, well, I had to take the deal or otherwise,
Right.
I was going to jail.
Right.
And Audette, got sentenced way back.
Yeah, and Mordecai's been in forever. Like, yeah, it's the whole system. They like. There's another show. It's probably been long enough. I can kind of spoil it. Like The Shield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you think of something like that.
Yeah.
Where
yeah. It's like, yeah, okay, you
escape.
You
but
escape.
You escape into what? Did you win? I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to say too much there. I think that was vague enough, I hope. Okay, so they get back, or Carl gets back to the safe room with Donut. Donut's very excited that the Pop-Offs one of the Pop-Offs wanted to meet her. She's like, oh, big fan of me.
Yeah.
Seems super flattered. They open some boxes that each of them have gotten, and they realize that they're getting gifts to help protect them from vampires.
Right.
Yeah, Carl gets one from the Plenty, and Donut gets one from the Apothecary, and they're both designed to protect them from vampires. And that makes Carl think, I think these guys are working with each other?
It does seem that way. Although, like, wasn't it the Plenty that was involved in some plot to try and potentially assassinate Carl earlier on?
I don't remember.
No?
I don't.
We're covering a lot of stuff, folks. We can't remember everything. You're going to be disappointed in us, and I'm sorry.
They'll let us know.
Yeah, and we're going to get a lot of things wrong over and over again. I got to remind people of that.
I saw someone in the comments was like, yeah, you know what? Like, you guys just make excuses like, we're going to get some things wrong. But if you're going to dedicate this much time, know the whole layout. There's maps where you can see the layout of the trains. Why can't you get that right? And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, the trains?
Well,
that's the one.
there's no maps in an audiobook, so
you have to remember Martin is 23 years old, and then he read the Iron Tangle. And look at the poor man now. How can you fucking even hold his feet to that fire any longer?
I can tell you this, I could have had a map in front of me while we were talking, and I still wouldn't have figured it out.
Same here.
So, it seems like there's a bracelet that Donut gets that is going to protect her, a silver bracelet of the Ab Solar, which is has garlic-shaped purple gems on it. This will not only protect her from vampirism, but also lycanthropy. I think that's werewolves.
Werewolves, yeah.
Yeah, and
lycanthropy.
Lycanthropy, sorry. And 25% damage versus sapient undead. So zombies as well, a little bit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The AI goes on a little bit of a rant about Twilight, about the
Twilight and Harry Potter and all that, especially all that about Twilight. That was funny.
But like, there's always this little gang of kids as well. Funny shit there. And yeah, Mordecai is like, you're gonna have to fight some vampires.
That's good, Mordecai.
Yeah, we know.
A plus Mordecai.
And Donut was nervous and says, you don't think we'll have to fight Miriam Dom, do you?
Yeah,
it's
that's
actually really nice.
So far, like, that's the only vampire they know.
Quite some foreshadowing there. And I guess we're going to get to it in a bit, but I kind of want to address this right now. The Plenty sent that patch for Carl that will help with protecting him from vampirism.
Mm-hmm.
And Carl suspects that they wanted Miriam Dom to die. And I'm wondering how he assumed that based on the kind of the beats that happened in the story here. Like, why would they think that they wanted Miriam Dom to die?
Well, I mean, she's the only vampire they know at this point.
So was it that, like, hey, we're protecting you, go into battle and fight against Miriam Dom the vampire and kill her to save everyone?
Maybe they're just also fans of Prepotente.
Well, yeah, they definitely see
yeah,
that.
that's it, yeah.
They want him free?
They want him away from her, maybe? I don't know.
That's the impression I got.
Yeah.
Maybe when Prepotente's playing with all the little goat babies, she's just boring on the show. Like, it's like another Katya here.
She's just talking about hip hop.
There's another thing. Let me tell you guys about Ja Rule.
No, sure. I was gonna say Nas, but Ja Rule. Okay.
Any references less than 20 years old?
No, that's all I know.
Okay.
I only knew one guy, and it was the guy that helped with Fire Island. That was it.
Fire Fest.
Just say the word Lil and then put whatever word next to it, and you'll hit a rapper eventually.
Yeah, little Damon Lindelof.
Yeah, little microphone.
Is that not?
Jeez.
They also got an additional box that contains a potion of tame animal recipe and a drawing of Mongo, if it wasn't obvious enough.
Oh, Mongo, look, they gave us a picture. Yeah.
But it's so that they can drain blood from Mongo to make a tame animal of the other velociraptors. And Donut does not want to do that. She doesn't want to pull blood from her baby.
You remember how it was the first time you had to take one of your kids to get that big shot?
It sucks.
Yes, it does. And they scream and they look at you like you betrayed them.
Because I did.
And you did, yeah. That's what makes it hurt so much.
That's why I'm anti-vax. Because I don't want to hurt my baby's feelings.
Go fuck yourself.
No. Sorry. So they end up getting a message from Miriam Dom, who says, "I need your help." And she's calling for them to come get her before dawn breaks in 10 hours, or else she won't survive.
Mm-hmm.
So now they have a new direction, a new mission for us to go in, and that is the direction of this set of chapters for today's episode is trying to save Miriam Dom. And will they do it? No.
Oh,
no, they will not.
Oh, you're just gonna let everybody know right away.
I don't think anyone here
I guess they've all read this part.
I'm only figuring out what the story is from you guys. It's a terrible retelling. It's not the way to do it.
Yeah, no, you have to read the book. Don't just listen to this and be like, I got this.
Yeah. No, I had every faith that they could save her.
I mean, you kind of assume, right?
Yeah.
And it's like we haven't.
They've been pulling off
enough.
the impossible, chapter after chapter.
We haven't seen enough of Miriam Dom up through this point in the books, and on top of that, she's kind of a mother figure to Carl now. She rescued him already and brought him back to health right after his attack at Zockow. We, the audience, care for her.
Yeah.
And we have no reason to dislike her. She's like a parallel to Carl in that she also is a person who saved the cat. She saved goats.
Mm-hmm.
And she now has a goat companion like Carl has a cat companion. There's so many of these parallels.
The pet biscuit and can talk now.
So it's very heartbreaking.
There's a lot more connection between them. We'll find out a little bit more as we keep going here in this set of chapters.
Right. So they have to flee the town. It's Shit just kind of turns a little bit into a horror movie.
Sure.
There's gore kind of all and like these body parts all like crawling away through the city. They're all avoiding the torch spell that Donut has, so she kind of wields it brightly above their head as they hop in a dune buggy and ride off in velociraptors out of the city.
Yeah.
There's a pretty funny beat where they get just out of the outer edge of the city, and Donut turns around and sees the mayor and just fireball blows the fuck out of him.
Yeah,
She's like, my city now.
Carl's like, hey, just shoot a magic missile, she blew a fireball at him.
Oh, she loves those fireballs.
And like, not only did she kill the mayor to take over the city, but burned down the entire city and maybe like half the forest.
There were a few different parts in this section where Carl was like, hey, before you do, and then she just does the thing, and he's like, God fucking.
Yeah, with the book with Miriam Dom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe we should read that before you. Oh, God damn it.
And then she's like, and I'll go ahead and unfreeze perpetuity. No, don't do that. Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so they get out of Dodge. They go to a new town, and by the time they've gotten there, Mordecai has been able to brew up what they need for them to sedate Mongo so they can extract a bunch of blood. Carl can't help because they also happen to be in a dryad town. So not only does Donut not want to have to do this, but she's the only one who can do it. So she's kind of bitter at Carl.
Yeah, because the moment Carl sets foot outside in one of those towns, they all worship Duwata, and they're going to immediately attack him.
Right. So he's become a bit of a target.
Yeah.
They end up getting the potion or they end up rather giving the blood, enough vials of blood to Mordecai that he's going to be able to, a liter.
A liter's a lot of blood. Most of it spilled on the floor. Oh, fuck. And so we also find out that all the dinosaurs used to be bears, right?
Right.
Because they survived Scolopendra's attack. But a lot of them were changed into dinosaurs. There's a lot of weird things that happened.
They were bears that got changed into dinosaurs that got turned into vampires.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just keeping score.
I'm glad this is a serious piece of literature that we're reading. And Tina, Big Tina, was this bear who was taught how to dance in this place that didn't allow to dance, but she got really good at it because she really loved doing it and practiced a lot.
It's Footloose.
It's Footloose.
Yeah, it's Footloose.
It's 100%. Like, does Matt Damon like Footloose? Or is it just like, it'll be funny?
I think it's just fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
So yeah, we find out about that, and that the performance didn't go right, and the father found out about the dancing.
Beat the mother
in front of her.
Scarred her eye. Her name is Kiwi.
Mother turns out to be Kiwi.
That's why Kiwi's got the scar on the eye.
Mm-hmm.
And that Carl goes, hey, you banged Tina's mom.
Tina's mom is her mother-in-law.
It's a big lore dump about like, oh, we have to like give Tina what she wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how are we supposed to have a recital? The fucking quest is called the recital.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to do that?
All this time it's been called the recital. It's like, why would it? Oh, okay.
So it says, Tina must be stopped. Kill her or give her what she wants.
Right.
And then Donna gets a little bit excited about the idea of like throwing a recital, I guess, somehow. Yeah. How do you manufacture that for a zombie or vampire Allosaurus that's gonna kill you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or to watch the Allosaurus dance on a stage.
Oh, man. Again, like...
Did you see both of our eyes light up?
Yeah, but yours lit up because and me going, what happened?
No,
I don't remember.
My eyes lit up because I thought of a dinosaur dancing on stage.
Yeah, wearing a tutu and everything.
I thought we were on the same page here.
We get there's a reference a little bit later in this that's, is it like, what's it called? Not Denver the Last Dinosaur.
Oh, no, they're talking... Tammy and the T-Rex.
Tammy and the T-Rex.
Tammy and the T-Rex. I've never seen this.
Oh, it's glorious. But if you go to watch it, You want to watch the one that's titled Tanny and the T-Rex? Because it's the unrated one.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I come from a Tammy and the T-Rex household. My girlfriend Kayla is obsessed with Stuart Raffle and all of his movies, including Mac and Me. She has a whole...
Oh, she does love that Mac and Me.
Yeah, she has a whole wall dedicated to Stuart Raffle movies in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, he ever do anything good?
Just edit that out. Kayla might watch this. And I want them to keep going to their fucking crawfish boils.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry.
So they end up leaving that dryad town after they've gotten their blood. They go to another bear town, and
this was all confusing. I didn't know if it was because sometimes I zone out and I'm like, is this the same town? Is this a different town? I'm not even sure.
I think they went to yet another bear town, and this one they go into that bar, and there's this bear lady that they don't initially see, but they like go into their safe room, they come back out and they find there's a bear lady. Her name's Prudence. There's 2 little bear cubs. And then they end up like opening up the safe room so that they can hide.
Right. So he said, hey, hide in the safe room. And she's like, well, it wouldn't let us in there. And he's like, well, I'm giving you permission now. Go on.
Yeah. So this is kind of the echoing of like saving the changelings in the Bubble City before, and trying to save them all, like all the people on the train too. Like Carl still has that in him. Yeah. I think there's maybe a little bit of a feeling of losing that when he's like, yeah, I'll just like drown a bunch of NPCs on the 9th floor. Who cares? And then he's going on his hunter killing spree. Maybe he's losing a little bit of that, but it's still there.
Yeah,
he still wants to save some of the NPCs, especially the ones that seem more innocent. So that was nice to see.
We find out that a lot of these pieces of dead crawlers, like there's pieces of dead
Animals.
NPCs and crawlers fucking everywhere, and they're kind of assembling into those. I forget what they're called, but we've seen them before on other floors. These just wild assemblages of body parts that become
shambling
berserkers.
Yeah.
And they just become these giant mobs that are extremely strong. And these, in particular, I think they're levels compound.
Yeah.
So like if you have like a level 3 paw that's next to a level 7 torso, that becomes a level 10 mob. And the bigger these things get, the higher level they are.
Yeah. They're just slightly less strong as gods.
Yeah. They're scary.
They've now arrived in the town, essentially where Miriam Dom is, or close enough to
Close enough.
But they need to like locate her. She's trying to send up like some green sparks or something in the air, and he can't seem to. They're looking around, they can't see her.
Yeah, like a little flare thing.
Yeah. And so he's like, hold up, I'm going to do a levitation thing. I'm going to pop up, use his levitation scroll, pop up in the air. Then I'll tell you, go ahead and shoot off your little sparklers. He does that, figures out that she's actually not where she was thinking she was relative to them. And he's like, okay, she's in the jungle down this way. We'll go get her. But before he can lower himself from the levitation,
vampire pterosaur out of nowhere.
A vampire pterosaur, yeah.
When you least expect them.
So he even like has is this Quetzalcoatlus, right?
Yeah.
From the last floor?
Yeah, like how many of these things are in here?
There's a pterodactyl attacks him, and we learn the tale of Sierra, the vampire pterosaur, who is essentially the noble steed of this vampire hunter, this Van Helsing type character, whose name is Viscount Fogg.
I don't remember any of this.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't remember that.
I didn't either.
Viscount Fogg. I don't remember that being like the steed. I didn't remember any of that.
Oh, yeah. I was pretty excited about this whole thing.
Well, the second time I listened to this, which was this time, I went, what? What was this whole plot point? For some reason, I must have breezed past this the first time.
Okay.
So we learned that, Carl's dealing with Signet and her whole elite storyline. And because he made a deal on the 3rd floor that he would be exclusive to her and her elite storyline, This is why he was unable to get messages previously from Miriam Dawn, because she was embroiled in her own elite storyline with a person named Viscount Fogg, who's essentially an analog for Van Helsing, a vampire hunter who has made it his television show to hunt down vampires, and in particular, Miriam Dawn. So this all feels even more nasty, knowing that she was infected as a joke by people already in the dungeon, because they just thought it'd be funny to make her a vegan into a vampire. So it's fucked up. And then on top of that, then they get an elite hunting her, and this ultimately ends in her demise.
Oh, his as well.
His as well. Yeah.
That's a series finale for your ass. Right there.
Everyone dies. But this guy was hunting her and flying around on a pterodactyl. It was part of his show. And I guess once this guy ultimately died, that's when Carl was able to receive messages from Miriam Dawn, because as long as she was entangled in an elite storyline, he couldn't be involved, and therefore he wasn't getting messages. Weird, but okay. He gets attacked by this pterodactyl, and this battle doesn't really seem to last long, but boy, is it gory.
Oh, hell yeah, it's gory.
It gets nasty.
Yeah.
There is
like the thing has him in both talons and is trying to pull him apart like a piece of taffy.
Yeah, it's trying to rip him apart, and it when they do break apart, it falls and kind of impales itself and gets trapped on the trees. He falls and activates his half splat potion, which speeds him up through the crotch of the pterodactyl.
Oh yeah.
Like spilling its guts down into his like open mouth or whatever. I'm like, is he gonna become a vampire as well from this?
Well, it was one thing to punch through it and then hit the ground first, and then it's falling right at him, but it gets impaled on the trees, which makes it suddenly stop. But that hole he punched, the force doesn't stop the guts from just going at the same speed. It was raining down on him.
Metal as fuck.
Yes, it was.
It was just so nasty. Like all the details that just kept going on in this. It made me wonder, like, is this what that other book series, the Kaiju book series is? Is it like just really gross?
Not really.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
Just bleak?
Yeah, it's different.
Okay. I don't know what you guys mean, but I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Occasionally this just goes gross.
This is by far the grossest book in the series, right?
No.
Oh boy, that look on your face. Okay.
No.
There's more to come.
It's more of just, I never feel comfortable if I can answer that. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have read the series.
Oh, okay. I'm only remembering even the next book.
There are a lot of people who've read the series who, knowing something that happens in the next book, hear you say the word, there's more to come, their eyes got really wide and their faces lit up.
Oh my God. Okay.
A moment of silence for that one. So this was a boss battle.
Yeah. Okay. So fast forward. He has to chase the heart around and stab it.
Yeah.
And that's how it ends.
He kills it.
Yeah.
And yeah, Donut's like, you punched that vampire in the dick. And he's like, I'm pretty sure it was a female. And then she goes, oh, the lady garden.
Yeah, you punched her in the lady garden.
Like, what are you calling it?
That's what Miss Beatrice called it. And sometimes she called it her kitty, which I didn't care for.
It's a juxtaposition of like this horror and gore and this conversation about like a cat trying to figure out what you call a vagina.
You punched it in the dick.
So we get to the sad chapter. This is the one I was going to end it on, apparently.
I know.
What a bad call that would have been. So this is where the chapter opens up with a couple of notes from the cookbook. And the first one is from someone named Voltigue, who has only one entry into the cookbook. And it's essentially them lamenting that this woman they cared about is dead and they don't know the purpose of moving on. Do they even bother? How do they deal with this pain? And then someone else, Drakia, pops in to say, like, this is the only entry from Voltigue. Fuck this place. And it's that, how do you move through that pain after losing someone, which is essentially what we're going to get with Prepotente here in a bit. So they find a very curious scene where Prepotente is paralyzed. He looks like a statue, essentially, where he's like reaching out, like blocking something, like he was holding something, and his arm is around Miriam, like holding her in place so she can't escape.
Right.
Because we also learned that he's in a frozen, very fragile state where he only has like one hit point. Yeah. So he could die if she were to try and break herself out of his grip. So she's been trapped for hours and hours using all of her magic and all of what she can do.
Yeah.
To survive the sun.
Right.
Yeah.
And take care of whatever, predators might come after him.
Right. To protect both of them. And, Carl doesn't know what's going on. She tries to, Miriam offers a book to Donut that will help unfreeze Prepotente with a particular spell, but it's a spell that she hasn't used for some reason. And Carl's like, all right, out with it. Give me the story.
Yeah. Because he's like, hey, how come you haven't done it?
Yeah. I mean, Carl's rightfully suspicious. Anytime he enters into any of these situations, he's on guard, and he really should be. So,
and especially
proud of him.
Especially now that they both got protections from vampirism.
Yeah.
He might be walking into a trap here. Like, he's very, very, very careful.
And I mean, I can't see a way in which Miriam would benefit from killing them, unless she also is willing to just kill Prepotente, because that's what she's got to do in order to survive. She could have gone that direction, right?
She could have, easily.
But they don't know what they're walking into.
Right. So she tells the story of, her origin, and you know when you're getting that origin story from someone, it's the last time you're going to hear from them, which is sad. But she talks about, she had this life that she, a nice life she left to go take care of her parents and take care of the farm and take care of the goats. She found that she loved it and couldn't leave that pastoral life.
Well, it's not necessarily that she loved it. It's that her parents lasted for another 20 years.
That was something I got stuck on, because she was like, oh, my parents are old and they need me. And then they live for another 20 years. I'm like, another 20 years? I gave up my life because you guys are about to die.
But if the parents were like 70 and then they lived to 90, I can see how that would eventually just become your life.
Sure.
That's something that you reluctantly went in to try to do a good thing, but then it lasted for way longer and you just became entrenched.
No, at 20 years, that is your life. There's no old life to go back to anymore.
And then you develop this connection with these goats and, everything on the farm. And yeah.
She talks about Prepotente being her beautiful boy, and she loves him. And this is her explanation for how she is in this situation and why she hasn't done anything else more drastic, and that she's essentially building up to, I need you to understand why I'm about to ask you to kill me, to Carl.
Well, there's, saving Prepotente is the main thing, but there's also, she knows that since going to the floor has made her the head vampire, the big trouble everybody's having can be solved by her death. You kill the head vampire and all the other vampires turn back.
Right.
So it's one when you look at it, it's like, every angle I look at this, my death is the best thing.
But if we needed to sweeten the pot even more, she then also points out that, like, what happened with Prepotente and this Viscount Fogg was they had a wizard off. Where they were blasting spells at each other, and it caused a chain reaction where their protection spells were bouncing back and forth in like an erratic fashion where it made a super destructive chaos, and it even triggered other magical items, including a ring of divine suffering that Prepotente also had on his own finger. That, like, not only did he get paralyzed, and his spell eventually also, or paralyzed Viscount Fogg, who's a reverse vampire, so he's a daywalker. Or no,
do you think that means he throws blood up on people? That was what Donut said.
So when there's no blood,
right. Instead of sucking the blood, he throws it up.
So once it turned nighttime, they knew that he would die.
Right.
But it triggered, the Ring of Divine Suffering, and there was no one else for that to attack.
To mark.
So it marked Miriam Dom. So now they're in this situation where Prepotente can't live as long as Miriam Dom lives.
Right.
Yeah, he's dwindled down to 1 health point.
And he won't be able to heal.
Yeah.
So she knows. She's got to go. I mean, I think she maps it out in such a way where it's like, this is kind of ironclad. There's no outsies from this one.
Yeah, because Donut compares it to Chris, and he's like, that was impossible. This is just really hard. But it's like, it's got to be done.
Yeah. And I like that Carl's like, look, I'm not going to kill you, but I'll wait around with you until you die an agonizing longer death of being burned to death by the sun.
Well, it happens quick.
There's part of me that was thinking, no, please do me a favor, just kill me. What the fuck?
And we know that through all of this, Prepotente is conscious.
Yeah.
He's frozen. He can't do anything, but he's seeing and hearing all of this.
And he knows that his mom, for all intents and purposes, is going to die in his arms.
And he's helpless.
He's frozen.
Yeah.
He's helpless to help.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, it's like, I'd love to kill you and get the bounty and the points, but I am not going to have this little bastard chasing me for the rest of my time here.
Right. Like, so you were talking about the parallels.
Yes.
Between Carl and
Miriam
Dom and Carl, but then now we see also parallels with Prepotente.
Yeah, we actually brought this up on our deep crawl a week or two ago. Patreon.com/HelloCrawlers. We do a weekly deep crawl where we talk about these series from the perspective of people that have finished the current series. So it's spoilers. If you're into that, check it out. We talked about how Carl and Prepotente both had mothers that killed themselves to save them. And how, like, this is something that might be affecting them in different ways, or maybe the same way. I don't know. Like, we haven't seen what it does to Prepotente yet. But for the most part, like, and throughout this whole thing, Carl is kind of comparing, like, this is just like with my mom. And like all of these, there are these little lines that he says leading up to this.
Or how you blame yourself too.
Yeah.
It seems like there's been this nonstop looming specter of what the Ring of Divine Suffering can bring with it, the tragedy it can bring with it to Carl. And now he gets a really direct comparison with a person and their animal familiar, and the resulting loss of someone, the closest person you have to you, and you blaming or feeling helpless. Maybe not blaming yourself, but feeling helpless.
And he's so go ahead.
No, he got a ringside seat as to what can go horribly wrong with that ring of divine suffering, and still he goes, I wonder if I can get that one too.
Yeah. No, he's so like addicted to it.
Yeah.
That he wants to get Prepotente's and use it as a second ring to stack benefits.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad idea in a way.
That's crazy.
I love heroin. I'm just saying. I like, because like you get that, like, Carl slips on the ring secretly behind his back to get the points from the death. It's dark. It seems unethical, but he's fighting for survival.
Oh yeah, he marks Miriam.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. And on one hand, it's like, well, that's actually very tactical and smart. On the other, dude, what are you doing? You're already gone.
Yeah, it's pretty skeevy.
It's dark. It's really dark.
Like, it's I get it though. Like,
No, I get it. I mean, especially if you're a Carl apologist, of course you
I'm a Carl apologist.
I'm not saying that's what you are. I mean, we read the book, he's the main character. You can't help but be that. But at the same time, you can see the descent happening. We see it. We're watching it right in front of our eyes.
We are. But, I think it also speaks volumes that he had an opportunity and a willing top 10 contender say, go ahead and kill me. And he could have done it, or Donut could have done it, and they could have massively leveled up, gotten the money, gotten the loot.
They could have easily have killed both of them.
Both of them.
And leveled up and gotten so much money.
So it's like you still see there, like, for as much as Carl might be sliding, he still has this code.
Sure.
It's more of marking her for death, in a death that is inevitable. He can justify as, I'm gaining.
Yes.
Her death still can benefit me without me bloodying my hands.
Yeah.
And I think that part of these are part of the reasons, like them not killing Prepotente and Miriam Dom to get all the experience and the loot and all that stuff. I think that plays in a big way into why Prepotente doesn't kill them immediately.
Yeah.
Aside from being like totally traumatized, he doesn't lash out at them as they might have been expecting him to.
Right. Yeah, he's in the depths of his grief, and it's like, thank you for being with my mother. What you did.
Although,
don't appreciate you stealing some of those scrolls there.
Yeah, Carl ganks some other stuff. He's like, oh, Miriam, you can unload your entire inventory for Prepotente. We won't touch that. As soon as she's dead, he's like, let me go. Take a little peek here.
Yeah. He specifically went behind Prepotente's back. He's like, well, he won't see me grab some of these things.
Prepotente's still new, apparently. It's like, yeah, I know what you did.
There was a really tender moment where Donut said, if he asked Carl if he would do the same for her, and Carl said without hesitation, which is a really nice little, because we've seen her be unsure about like the status of their relationship over time, and he finally eventually had that talk with her that, hey, I am, like, we are family. Like, this is you can count on me to be there for you. You are extremely important to me. And now we're seeing that be more and more solidified over time. So she's reaching out for that from him, and he's reciprocating, which is nice.
Yeah.
There's even that point where Donut says, like, she acknowledges, oh, Carl loves me.
Yeah.
Like, she knows it too, and she can even confidently say it without feeling like she's saying that with a vulnerability that there's unsureness there. She knows. That's a beautiful relationship with a monster. Carl's a monster. If you guys are rooting for him like I am, we're also the monsters. This is all of our descent. We're all in the dungeon now.
How many red flags does it take?
So now we get a new world quest. So Prepotente is woken up. He's
pissed.
He's pissed. He's grieving, struggling through all that, and then the AI is like, oh, we got a new world quest. And what's it called, this world quest? Is there a name for it? Let me look. The Creeping Apocalypse. Objective, kill all 50 of the odious creepers before sunset. And get this, the rewards for this are really good. +5 to a random stat per creeper killed, +5 levels per 5 kills, and an extra prize for the top killer. So it's like, holy shit, this is, I think Carl talks about like stacking your stats or something. I don't remember his term for it, but like, oh, if he could kill a bunch of these, he could really level up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because he realizes like what he has the tools for it potentially as well.
Mhm.
I might be getting ahead of us in the chapters now that I said that.
Yeah. And actually, like when they get that quest, Prepotente hasn't woken up yet, but it happens a little bit afterwards.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's fine.
But during the announcement of this quest, it's like, hey, you guys got rid of all the vampires, but all of the dead body parts that we're reassembling into these Frankenstein zombie vampire monsters, those now are going to be these shambling creepers. And on top of that, there's even bigger ones called odious creepers, which are like, I don't even really know what this thing looks like. They said it's like a collection of vines or something, and it's a massive jungle monster thing. I don't know what it is, but they have to kill it. And there's 50 of them. And if they don't kill them all before sunset, it's going to be very bad. Even hunters included.
Right. But it's a whole thing, all these points you get to lure the hunters back out. Because after all the shit that had been happening with them dying, a bunch of them decided to go back home and not participate.
Yeah, we'll just wait this shit out.
Yeah, after that big bomb went off, they all went into hiding.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, fuck this.
It's not worth it. This is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
The AI also immediately narcs on Carl about oh, you should check. So Miriam Dom died. Carl was there watching along with Donut, and he sure did get a bonus to his intelligence of 3 points.
They stood by and watched her die and did absolutely nothing.
And maybe somebody should look into why he has extra 3 points to his intelligence.
Yeah, I don't know.
So Prepotente now knows that he did that. Prepotente also seems to know that he took the scrolls of size up.
But they do make a trade, so he can't get too mad.
Yeah. Then Prepotente's like, you're going to give me stuff. And he's like, give you stuff? Yeah, you stole from me, asshole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, it's
I mean, Carl never really acknowledges it. He just says, okay, fine, you can have some of these.
Yeah, and he gets some healing potions from Carl. I forget what they're called. They're like the exact name of the healing potion. But it's because Prepotente, as he was still crying, and he gets this emergency benefactor box, and he casts a safe space, like a little 1 yard by 1 yard safe space. And Carl's like, oh my God, that's fucking crazy. Like, I want that so bad. He's like, yeah, I only have 1 charge of this left. I'm going to get in there and open up this benefactor box.
And Carl's like, you're going to waste it on that?
But he gets this like, it's like a spray can.
Yeah, like old-timey spray can.
Like an old-timey magic spray can that he can use to kill these odious creepers.
Yeah, and he's like, I got enough to kill 20 of them.
Pesticide can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have enough to kill 20 of them. Just give me some. I got to make this spell. And yeah, we're going to do this.
There's a contrast in Prepotente and how he behaves once he wakes up from the Prepotente who's been this bratty little 13-year-old boy in all the other scenes we've seen him. He screams in Carl's face, talks about how he hates him, and then cries and wants to hug him. He's like kind of manic and all over the place. And you get this calm, steely resolve that comes over Prepotente where he's like, I'm going to make everyone who led to her death suffer.
If I can't live in a world where my mother is, what I forget the actual quote, but it's like nobody else has got the right to live there either. I'm going to kill every one of them.
Right. So he's definitely going to kill other hunters and all that, but
everybody responsible. For her death.
But it's also the whole thing of like the idea that the goat people who want him are responsible.
Ooh.
Like they set all this up just to have him alone. And Prepotente's not dumb.
Right.
He's really smart.
Yeah.
Not only that, but if I was Carl hearing that, I'd be like,
yeah, right.
Am I also on the list?
I was like, yeah. I mean, but me and you were cool though, right? Because I was there for her, and
I was holding her hand while I watched her die and could have saved her.
I mean, if I saved her, you would have died, and she wouldn't have liked that. So
yeah, I didn't want to hurt her feelings.
Yeah, I did what she asked for. You got to give me slack on that.
Really nice line when Carl is talking about the change in Prepotente's demeanor. He goes, but I guess that's what trauma does.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an explosion with your heart in the middle of it, and everything just changes instantly after that.
Written by someone who's gone through some trauma.
You keep saying that.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
You think you're gonna out him one day?
I'm just relating. I think we've all been through some trauma. It's relatable. It's nice when you have someone eloquently articulate it. I like it. All right. So Prepotente is, I guess to put a button on Prepotente, he hops onto Bianca and rides off into the night to kind of start fucking up these odious creepers.
Yeah.
With a fine mist spray that he's going to spray. I think Carl has a little aside on this. He's like, oh, you know what? There's something in the spell book or in the cookbook that will allow me to do a fine mist spell as well. If only I can subtly bring that up.
Right. He's like, how do I do this and make it look like I just stumbled upon it?
We'll see how subtle he can be in the next segment. But the last bit that happens, so technically, yeah, Prepotente's still around while this happens. I think he's still like sad, so he hasn't flown off yet. But a bunch of raptors show up and surround our little crew in the woods. And this is when Donut uncorks the magic potion that they've been working on this whole time and goes up and tames Kiwi.
Yeah.
So she gets Kiwi on her side, and Kiwi and all the other velociraptors had been red for Carl. They all pop white for him. Kiwi's now got like a green plus or green check mark or something like that. It means like she's
A minion or a mercenary.
A minion or a mercenary of Donut. And so they're homies that now have a massive pack of velociraptors on their side.
I do like that they make a distinction. It's like, we don't have a bunch of velociraptors. We have one velociraptor that has a bunch of velociraptors.
Yeah. It's like we don't have an army of Mongos.
Right. We have a Kiwi.
We have a Kiwi who has an army of Mongos. And actually, Donut has a Kiwi.
I think those are all very important distinctions.
Uh-huh.
I'm drawing that from like they pointed that out to us.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
But I still also want to be like, our crew's got a whole army of velociraptors running with him. It's kind of awesome. Yeah. I just think it's kind of badass. And I essentially we're going to now see them venture off to all try and take down these odious creepers. 50 of them.
We also have the rules that Donut lays out to Kiwi.
Oh, yeah.
Which was don't molest Mongo and don't eat Carl. And Carl's like, don't you think it should have been the other reverse order?
Yeah.
And once Mongo and Kiwi get together, they immediately have sex. And he says, well, so much for rule number one.
Mongo immediately does some lady gardening.
Yeah, so then we get Donut musing kind of near the end of this chapter. Carl, I just had a terrible thought. Do you think the Plenty wanted Miriam to die? To which Carl says, yes, Donut. I believe they did. So, yeah, I think more credence to... And then I think he says, and I think that Prepotente knows that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to take down the Plenty as well?
But what happens if he takes down the Plenty and he's still not satisfied?
It's the Punisher. It's like basically if a goat became the Punisher.
Yeah. How much revenge is enough? It's never enough.
There's this other note that Carl has when he sees like Prepotente's resolve, where he says he's sad about seeing this person grieving, and I think him probably relating to someone losing, like you said, their mother figure. In this way, and through something that Carl could relate to with the ring itself. But he also says he feels a little bit of a glimmer of hope that he hadn't felt in a while. That like this guy is on my side.
Yeah,
and Carl's excited about that. So
yeah,
that was kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it for now.
I think we did it. I think I shambled through that one. I was a little bit of a shambling berserker through this episode. But
Well,
you guys helped me out, so I appreciate it.
To be fair, it is another late night. It's like 11:30 right now.
Right.
But I have an upper, and it's helping me get through all this. So I'm feeling lively. Not
Maybe
about
if
to
you
take a
guys
nap.
didn't drink so much, you could remember everything that happens in the book.
Are we going to find out it's you trolling us every episode
Oh,
in the
oops.
comments?
We have a podcast called The Beerists.
We have iron tummies and destroyed livers.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up there. We're going to remind you guys that you have a little bit of a homework assignment, and that's going to be reading chapters 50 through the end of 62 of Book 5, The Butcher's Masquerade. And we want to thank all of you for all of your support, for tuning in, for checking us out, for giving us all these lovely comments, for sharing us with your friends, and for delaying instant gratification by waiting each week and stopping where you have to read these assignments. Never reading the next chapter or listening a little further. You don't do it, and we appreciate it. Want to say thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/hellocrawlers. You can go there and make your per episode pledge to support us. No, per month pledge. We appreciate all of that support. We want to thank in particular a few crawlers, and those people include Aldo Necco, Andrew Kogan, Odin's Eye, Christian Castanon. I'm going to call you Fajitas Magoria. Gilbert Sanchez, Jillian, Johnny Whiteline Seidman, Matt Johnston, Nikki, Noel Mead, Queen Anne Chonk, Ryan and Ryan, and wait, you can change your profile name? Hey, there
That's
you go.
a good name.
That's good.
Hey, join that list. Patreon.com/hellocrawlers.
And now we have our special segment, Death Watch Extreme Dungeon Mayhem. We got to check in on a few crawlers. First off, Aldo Necco, our level 36 Barbarian Thickermancer. I don't know if you guys remember, he exploded himself off of a log in the arroyo.
Yeah.
Well, he awoke on a wet stone altar. His hands and feet were tied to the four corners of the altar of what looked like seaweed. He tried to pull at his bindings. Very strong seaweed. He looked around. It was wet and dark. He could see his altar was surrounded by water. He looked up and gasped as he watched a massive shark-like creature swim overhead. He appeared to be in some sort of underwater bubble. Then from all around him rose a half-dozen naiads from the water.
Oh, no.
They each held massive slabs of stone in their hands. "Greetings, sinner," the closest one said. "You have infected our waters with the plague of your surface-dwelling evil. If you wish to join us in this realm, we must first purge you of this curse." What the fuck? Before Aldo could say anything to stop with any of them, the one nearest his head raised a rock and brought it swiftly down on his head.
Dang.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I just got to compliment you on your vocal acting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Jeff Hayes, look out.
Coming for you, bud. Meanwhile, Andy Kogan, our level 35 trash panda dumpster diver, rushed through the jungle on a quest to find and save Louie's life. He knew he was being reckless as he barreled through the woods on all fours, because he's a trash panda.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And twice he thought he had tripped over and triggered traps in the jungle. That's a lot of T's. I didn't realize what alliteration I had written there.
Amazing.
But somehow luck was on his side. It was getting dark as he pushed out into a clearing. He heard a howl and realized he was far too exposed. He rushed to the other side of the clearing to scamper up a tree and reorient himself. But as he neared the tree, he heard growls. He looked and saw he was surrounded by wolves.
Oh, man.
But not just any wolves. He examined one. Shambling Berserker Wolf, level 93, I wrote.
Wow.
Oh, shit. They were all around him. They let out growls. This is it. He pulled out his trash can lid and fishbone sword. I think I was confusing him with Heathcliff.
There's a Heathcliff pull.
and prepared to defend himself. They pounced, but not at him. They all actually attacked this creature he hadn't even noticed a moment before. A monkey that was just nearby. Huh. He laughed in relief, once more at his luck, and he took off further into the woods.
Okay.
The end.
Okay.
I can't wait till the next chapter where they like panic eat a lasagna.
Oh, you guys were referring to Heathcliff the cat?
Yes.
That's what I
Oh
said
my
with
God.
a fishbone sword.
It's a fishbowl with a fucking a trash can lid. How old are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Grant, jeez.
I remember
I was like,
Heathcliff comics.
It can't possibly be Heathcliff.
Yeah. Oh, then he traipsed off into the woods following those dotted footprints.
Of little Billy from Family Circus.
Yeah, of like,
I know what you're referring to.
Or it's not me going around doing
not
everything.
celebrated with a giant, super tall sandwich.
Dagwood.
While Blondie's
Dagwood,
out.
I got it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys, we're going to wrap things up there before we go too far down the rabbit hole of old cartoon strips in the newspapers. You guys remember what newspapers were? Next week, we're reading chapters 50 through the end of 62. Get on it. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week. And until then, get out there and read.